Mauve, go ahead and roll a religion and see if you know much about Shar.
Oh, I don't think my religion is very good.
How do you spell Shar? S.
CAR.
16.
Not bad.
I would say a lot of people in your domain probably have worshipped Shar.
Like the demons have?
Or the living beings.
I didn't think there was very many of them left.
There's not, but a lot of them embraced the loss and understood.
What is Shar the whatever of?
Death, ain't it?
Loss.
Law. Okay, loss.
And sorrow.
Yeah, nothing good.
So, is she the night song? Is that right, Jr.?
Yeah, she's one of the three. She is the night song.
But
I'm sure I have that written down somewhere already.
yeah, that's she's in there. But I would say there's probably not a lot of religious orders where Mauve is from.
You mean like things that they follow?
Yeah, it's more like people follow ideas or stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, but you being a wizard usually are very. They usually don't really care about religious stuff so much.
Am I like atheist?
Oh, you can be whatever you want. Like wizards can still be followers of stuff, but it's more you're more tangible. Because when your intelligence is high, you don't have like wisdom. Usually, wisdom comes with religions, and usually they're not very high wisdom.
So, like, she would believe in what she can see.
Yeah. So, like if she totally saw Shar, she'd probably completely believe in her completely. But this granting powers through faith and all that other stuff is
It's blasphemy.
Or it ain't real till it's proven.
Okay.
You can be that type, or I'd say, you talked about being good, in good spirits. So you got to have, I would say it takes a little bit of faith,
Well, yeah, I mean, after you've seen all kinds of people die, you still, or you wouldn't be in good spirits.
I'm still happy.
Yeah. So you have to believe in something.
So, like a hope, would it be it, right? When you say that you probably, without hope, you can't put that facade on.
True. So I guess you have hope.
All right, hold on. Give me a second. I'm looking. I was saying. I would figure. I was trying to see if either of the actually gods of hope you'd have faith with, or in direct conflict with Shar.
Are they?
Well, Bahamut is a sub one of it. The two main gods. JR might find this ironic. I'm not going to name the gods because they're not named here really. But the main gods that are the hope domain deities, they gather hope in the birth of animals and the planting of seeds, viewing new life as full of majesty and potential. They like the dislike of seeing destruction of the natural world.
Well, I don't like seeing the natural world destroyed either.
No, but like this is some of their belief. They get stuff from Hope, but this sums up.
Oh.
But they dislike seeing destruction of the natural world, but also believes it prompts regrowth and renewal. But there's another god that might fall into yours a little bit more. They focus on hope, encouraging followers to help the suffering, stand up against tyranny, and to possess enormous amounts of faith and hope.
That sounds more like
Yeah.
my character.
Preserve and endure, overcoming pain to become a beacon of hope to others. But that doesn't necessarily that you have to get there on the second part. But you know, if you strongly believe in hope so much, you will empower a deity of that. I would say though, I'm going through. I'm trying to see who dislikes them.
Me? No.
Oh, okay.
Well, just to which gods dislike it.
I'm gonna see if she's eating.
Actually, the god that I'm looking at is not that one, JR.
Um,
Because like he's a little bit more guardians and protectorish. But he gets some.
it would be the other one. Here, let me send it to you. 'Cause I only know of two, and this is the other one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
But the first one you sent gets stuff from the other one, since it's under
Yeah,
him.
I know.
So
There's also another word of justice.
yeah, but
So that would be the other trilogy.
I really wouldn't feel that Mauve is really looking for justice, just looking for, you
Yeah.
know, like you're,
Hope.
yeah, you're just looking, you're standing up against, yeah, it's not justice, you're opposing tyranny, and because there is a difference. So yeah, you probably get some strength, standing up, because what you all don't know is she has some cleric in her, like in one of her feats. That's how she, yeah. So
Wait, Mauve does?
yeah,
Then why are we looking for a cleric?
she has a feat. She's getting
Just a little bit?
She's getting some divine power,
Oh.
but doesn't mean just she's a cleric.
Just a little tidbit.
Yeah, just a little. So that fits a lot too. But, so sorrow and despair probably not making you pretty happy right here.
No.
But sorry, Mauve, we don't have enough time to be sad. We've got to get this if we're gonna get back in time and help your friends.
I understand. We need to get going.
Okay. So we went across, like I said, and it's odd. There's several crossroads. You come up and there's several crossroads in certain roads. Again, it's very odd because there's so much sand. Like,
I feel comfortable here.
yes, so Dawn would feel really comfortable, but along the road is all sorts of plants, like trees and stuff that sort of line the road. But
So it would be very weird to see plants growing out of sand.
yes, but the road that you're on is dirt. But then it's like all this sand, it looks like, is purposely there to snuff out anything else other than this road that's in this sand. So how does that make Bozak feel?
Well, I'm comforted by the fact that there are plants there, but discomforted that they're being limited in where they can grow.
So now your speak with plants.
It's over.
Yeah, it ran out a little while ago, but I didn't know if you wanted to throw anything else out there or do some investigations while you're along this road.
Well, survival check what type of plants are there.
Not,
If it has something to do with being edible or not edible, or
so you want to see if you can eat it, but you don't want to know what type of plant it is.
no, you would know if you can eat it by knowing the type of plant.
Yeah. So that would be a little bit more nature. Survival's like tracks and some other stuff about what to eat, but aren't you looking for particular trees?
Yeah, I'm looking for trees that are both here and in the forest outside of Sales.
And I'm just gonna say,
that one was an 11.
we don't have much time here.
So, you look at some trees and like they seem very similar, but again, you're all running out of time. Roll another d20 for time, since you all have been moving.
12.
All right, so 12 more minutes. So do you want them to go ahead while you investigate these trees a little bit further?
Not gonna leave you. We don't know anything about this place.
All right, do you choose to keep going?
Yes.
I'm trying to save my friends here, people.
All right. Because there's a lot of trees through there, so you're going through and you're just looking, but it's not like you can really make sure. One thing though, it catches your eye. It catches Bulwark's eye, not maybe Bozak's eye, and you see some trees growing out in the middle of the sand.
Okay, I'll mark that in my memory as we continue down the road.
So, all right.
Would I know anything about? I mean, I've been the watcher of the sand forever.
Well, you can do a quick. You can do a quick.
Because I mean, I know he wants to find this stuff, but
So
what can I roll to try to help him?
well, it for you would be nature too. In protect. Yeah, like just you're doing a nature to see if sort of like the sand type, because you.
16.
You feel sort of a connection to this sand. Because there's sand all over the place, but you almost feel like this sand. You have an uneasy feeling that this sand was once in your desert.
Oh.
And why anyone would want to take this amount of sand
From my desert to somewhere else.
From your desert, especially since this sand is unnatural in its making. You know this, and that this sand is pretty much if it gets enchanted with what's going on there, it destroys all magic. But where you're at doesn't feel like there's taking magic away.
So I'm gonna share my feelings with you all. Let's say again, we don't have a lot of time to spend here to figure this out.
We can return to the subject later.
Okay, so let's roll.
All right. So. So again, you're sort of walking down this path. There's trees here and there, but you are in a slight hurry.
Can we speed walk?
So you start going forward, and you see surrounded in the sand is a building. I can get it out. I hate when they do this.
Oh.
It's like a half map and there's another map on there.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually you make your way, and I need to make it to where you all can see a little bit
Do you
better.
still want her thingy on her?
Yeah, so that way she can see who she is. Let me get it to where you can see a little bit easier.
So we're in the building at this point?
Yeah, so you all went into the building.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start like kind of yelling, "Oh, Mr. Cleric!" Over and over.
Oh.
Where's Lynn?
So you come in this great stone temple. Bozak, I'm not going to have you roll at the top of the steps, but you look down and you see 4 very large statues and what looks like some type of lion type 4-legged creature with wings and a human face before you, and then 4 large gold statues that surround it. You look on both sides, and the place is lined with sarcophagus, like tombs, we'll say.
Sarcophagus.
Okay.
So,
Well, 32 on my survival check. That thing's dangerous. 10. I can't tell you that it's a Lemur because I don't know. But that thing's powerful.
well, it just looks like a statue right now.
But he rolled
Well,
a
still,
32.
the statue is of something powerful.
Yeah, it's just
And
and it's sort of an abomination towards nature because it's like an algorithm or an algorithm. It's a hodgepodge mixed up. So
yes.
so that's not good, and nothing that's an animal should definitely have a face of a person. But then the statues that you see have humanish type bodies with animal heads for the most part.
I'm just gonna say this place is weird.
So, Mav, do you keep going down the steps?
Yes.
All right, so you go down.
Face her.
Wait, what'd you say, JR?
I'll keep pace with her.
How far behind?
We're up side by side.
All right, so she reaches the bottom of the steps first, and the statues slide and face you all. Of course,
I hope you guys fix her up to this.
Oh, this'll be fun.
So you all hear a voice, and it asks, "Why are you here?"
I've come to see the cleric. Are you the cleric?
It's like, what have you lost that you wish to embrace?
My friends.
It's like, do you wish to serve and offer your loss?
What do you mean?
It's like, do you wish to offer your loss to strengthen, you know, the night singer, the
Who's the night singer?
the mistress of the night? So, Our Lady of Loss.
Char.
It's like, yes, we have only recently learned that name. Char, or Shar, Our Lady, our Nightbringer. Can you hear her song? Her song of eternal night and loss? About how loss strengthens us. And how she uses the night to falsify the moon that gives you false hope. Do you wish to give your loss, forget your loss, and strengthen Shar, and find peace and strength?
No, I'd rather not.
I think we're looking for more of like a one-time transaction. You bring somebody back from the dead, we make a monetary contribution to your belief.
It's like, we do not deal in material things, but we will be glad to take. It's like, we will be glad to take your sorrow and loss. You know, it is not much to exchange loss to gain what you seek.
What do I have to lose?
It's like, just what pains you.
My planet pains me. The loss of my friends pains me. You have to be a tad bit more specific.
It's like, we could take these things. It's like, we can take that pain, we could take that loss, and you could become even stronger without that loss weighing on you. It's like, we could free you. That's all we ask for in exchange, and we will help you gain by you losing your loss.
So I think the long and the short of it is you can bring him back, but you won't care about him anymore.
I can't do that.
Well, then honor their memory. Let's get back to the boat.
This is not what the devil Goody said. He said I could bring them back. There has to be another way.
It's like,
Do we have to find a different type of cleric, and we don't have that type of time?
roll a d20 to see what this early part is burnt, because we're basically at an hour.
12.
Okay, so what is that?
So 48 minutes left.
Oh no, she already rolled again. It's like she rolled a 12 earlier, so that put it right at 60. So what is?
Let's get back to the nature part where the trees are.
See
What is the glob?
the door closes
Wonderful.
and it says, "No, none shall come into the temple of loss without losing. Choose what you lose, and you will gain. So give us your darkness, your loss, and what keeps you awake at night, and we will give you what you seek, or we will claim your loss as our own." And strengthen us.
Okay, but the fighting on my planet is what keeps me awake. So am I giving up my whole planet?
Nope. So they're promising you that what weighs you down, that your heart will be lightened by the pain and loss that you've had. So, do you wish to gain by losing? It's like, we can bring your friends back. It's like, we know what you have lost. Give us that pain and loss, and you may have them back.
That just seems too simple. There's a catch. There's something.
So there's
Whatever the catch is, we don't have long to figure it out.
so do well, like, you can do some insight on it, because they're not offering it to Bozak or
Yeah, just you.
or Dawn. You know, because they can sense your heavy loss, and they also can sense that strong hope that you have.
Okay, well my insight was a 16.
All right, so let's look at it like this. You have very high intelligence,
Yes.
so you're not religious. You just use hope and logic to get you with that hope. Say, hey, there's always a solution. So you think with your head, not your heart, right? The only thing
Okay.
the only thing you really use your heart for is the hope that there will be a real solution, right? So let's dive into religion. So roll your religion check, because like your insight's sort of confused on this whole religion thing.
19.
So a lot of religions talk about talking like parables, or they talk about stories, or give you examples of lessons. Maybe you could find out more if there's something behind it, if you would pry for maybe even some passages or some doctrine. Because there's sometimes truth. There's, even, all religions, whether they're true or false, have like almost are historic accounts many times.
Okay.
So do you want to ask them to Um, like ask this voice or whatever to give you some passages or something, or some doctrine, or
Sure. Give me some passages.
All right, so the four statues that turn to you, it almost sounds like they start like singing this song. It doesn't really have words, but it's sort of like like vocals. The room almost feels like it's nighttime, like a starry night. Like it is almost a moonless night, but there's still bright stars. So that's how it makes you sort of feel. So you imagine certain things. You see your friends. So what did I do with them? Where did I put your friends?